Hi guys, I'm Thomas, this is my dad Glenn, and welcome back to our channel Life Changing Journey, and this video is part 2 of our workout, chest and back.
Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're having a great week. Yes, like Thomas said, this is part 2 of our workout, gym footage, and it's chest and back, like Thomas said. It's been pretty good actually. It was pretty good. The workout went pretty well. We've done a few bits and bobs. It was difficult in terms of, because this is chest and back, especially when we're doing our bench press, normally we'll spot each other, but when we got one of us filming while the other one's doing the exercise, there was no spotting, so we didn't really go right till the end to absolute failure, and until we were off camera we had to, what we basically done, we done whatever we needed to do to film to show you guys exactly what we do, but then we done another set after that where we worked with each other, and we've done a couple, 2 or 3 spotted reps. Those of you that don't understand what a spotted rep is, that basically is when I'm struggling to get my last bit up. Thomas will put his hands under the fingers under the bar, and he'll help me up with it slightly like that, just to help me up with it. And we'll probably do 2 or 3 of them force reps like that, which you know, it's pretty good. It just takes yourself just a little bit beyond what you're capable of, which brings you back stronger again for the next time. And maybe the next time you won't need that spot, you'll need the spot later on, you know. So that's what it's all about, progressive overload. Excuse me. So yeah, the workout went pretty well. Like we've told you before, we actually do all of what we're showing you over these 3 parts. We actually do all of our body parts. So when we finished filming the chest and the back, we still had shoulders to do, we still had arms to do, you know. So you know what you see on part 1, part 2 and part 3 is just a fraction of what we actually do in the gym. We're normally there for just over an hour, you know. But yeah, like I say, it has been good fun. What we'll do is we'll take you back to Friday now. It was Friday's workout. We'll take you back to Friday, and we'll go back. We'll go to the gym now, and we'll do the chest first. So see you in the gym. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, so here we are then. We're on the seated chest press. We try and do about 4 sets of 10 to 12 on these. You don't need to go too heavy. It's not about ego lifting. It's all about getting the mind in the muscle. Like I say, on every exercise, squeezing the muscle. Feel the stretch at the bottom. You notice I'm going to full stretch at the bottom and a full squeeze at the top. And it really does the movement itself does force you into squeezing. There's Thomas as well, he's getting in on the outs, he's doing his 4 sets with us as well. As you can see, when you get to the top of the movement, like sort of squeeze of the chest, and it moves in a way where it forces you to do that as well. And if you hold yourself in the right position, sticking your chest out, hold your back firm, and keep your chest stuck out all the time, and just use that chest muscle, isolate the chest, and it really will burn. You'll know when you're getting it right, because it does burn deep into the chest, especially the upper part of the chest. Thomas again on his second set. Really getting to the struggle part now. There's me on my third set now. Normally we start off on the decline bench press, but there was somebody on it, so we started off on this. Normally we would finish off on this, but you know, it's good to change things up a little bit, you know, shock the muscle a little bit. The muscle gets used to doing the same old thing, but you know, just changing it now and again doesn't harm at all. You really do tire out on this, because it does really emphasize onto the chest. It really, like I say, when you're getting up to the top, and the machine, the way it moves, it forces you to squeeze the chest, and if you pull it all the way back, it will stretch, and that's exactly what you want. You want a full stretch and a full contraction. You know, if you watch my chest as each and every rep, you know, it really does squeeze it up. As you can see, it slightly comes out on the way back down and in on the way up, and it really does force you to squeeze that chest, which is good. There we go on the decline bench. You know, the chest is already warmed up. I didn't really need to warm up, but for some reason it's a go-to weight for me. I always start off with 60 kilos just to, you know, get the movement right, you know, make sure that there's no injuries going on, you know, don't go too heavy straight off. That's how injuries happen. Now, to be honest with you, 6-7 weeks ago, Thomas was struggling with this bar without any weight on it, and now look, he's, you know, especially after coming on that machine. If he went straight onto the decline bench now, he'd be doing 10 of them, 10 reps of them, which is very good, a good progression. Now I've just put another 20 kilos, I think that's 80 kilos there, and just repping to 10, 11 or 12, you know. So up this now to 100. I didn't do that many, to be honest with you, because we've just been on the seated press, but yeah, so there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, so the bench press, it was okay. Like I said, we did have to come off camera and do an extra set at the end of that, just to finish it off. And also we've done it the other way around to what we normally do. Normally we will start off on the bench press and then we'll go on to the machine, but there was somebody on that, so we have to be, you know, we have to wait our turn. Yeah. So we went on the machine first, which is, it was pretty good because it does actually shock your muscle. Yeah. Which is very good. You know, if you're ever in a position, if you're training and you're training the same routine over and over and over again, your body will get used to it. Your muscles will know exactly what's going to happen. As soon as you put that gym bag down, the muscle will get used to exactly what you're doing. So it's good to go in there and do something different. Yeah. Whether it's go in there and put the weight on you know, maybe instead of starting at X amount of pounds, start at this amount of pounds and do just 6 reps.
Yeah.
Instead of going in there and doing 10, 12, 14 or whatever reps you do, just switch it up a little bit. You know, sometimes that really does. Or instead of going on that bench press, go on a decline or an incline, or you know, whatever. Or even go on the cables first and exhaust your chest first. You know, it is good to do that, but you know, and I did feel a little difference.
Yeah.
You know, same. When we went on that machine, that machine really digs into your chest. That really gets deep into your chest.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when you go off of it and you get a pump on your chest and you feel tight up on the chest part.
It does, yeah, it does. It especially the part of the chest that joins up to your deltoids, right in there. It really burns there. What it is it forces you to squeeze your chest when you get to that position, you know, and then your arm, it forces your arms out slightly, so when you get to the back position, your chest will stretch, and that's exactly what you want. And when you get the stretch, and then you bring it back, and then it forces you in like that. And if you squeeze the chest at the same time, you know, it really does get into the chest and pumps the chest up. You know, it does. It is a very good machine.
Yeah,
it is a very good machine, and yeah, I like it. You know, but I prefer to do it after my bench press. I like to go heavy with the bench press and work up to a decent weight, and really exhaust the chest out. You know, and then when you go onto that machine, you know, that really does finish off the chest nicely. It really fills it up then, and then coming off it, you know, when you've got a full chest, it does feel good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So we'll go back to the gym now, and then we'll do our back workout and show you that, and then we'll come back to the table. So enjoy this. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're now on the on the seated row. I really like this machine. This really does. It actually forces you to squeeze the back when you know it comes out slightly, and it opens up the back, opens up them lats. Which is a pretty good machine, and the tension is always on your back, which I like about it. Thomas on it as well. You know, he's doing really well now. He's starting to put a little bit of weight on each exercise, and starting to learn the movement better and better, you know, and he'll get better as experience. The more he does, the better he'll get. Set number 2, always looking at 10 or 12 reps, around that figure. You know, making sure that, you know, when we get when we get to the top of the movement, squeeze the back and control it all the way down, you know, get the stretch at the bottom and squeeze at the top. You know, mind on muscle, as I always say, can't emphasize it enough. It's important to make sure that your mind's in the muscle. Now we go, look, pull it up and give it a good squeeze. Make sure the blood rushes into the back muscles, into them lats, right, and then nicely control back. No point rushing it, you know, just take your time, keep the tension on the muscle at all times. You know, and when you're ready to fire up, away you go, look, complete control every time. You know, keep the tension on the muscle throughout the whole movement. You know, but once it's gone, it's gone. You know, you can't go any further. And here we go. Right now, this one's an upright row. You can add this to your shoulder workout, but what we do our shoulders after this movement. So we always introduce this with the straight after the back. You know, it gets the back of the traps, the top part. Also, it gets your shoulders a little bit as well. So it's good to do your shoulders after this movement, which I do quite regular. I like to hold the bar a little bit more forward as well, so then it introduces the front deltoids as well, and a little bit of the side deltoids, which warms them up nicely for when you do your shoulder workout. Like I say, I like to do, 8, 9s, 10s, maybe up to 12 if I can. Really strict, control it down and squeeze the traps when you get to the top. You know, you'll feel it. You'll know when you're doing it right. The right areas the traps will start burning. You know, and then when you do your shoulder workout after this, your front of your neck press. It is good. Yeah, so there we go, guys. So that was our back. Our back. We only do a couple of exercises for our back, and I don't know if you noticed at the end when we done the upright row, when you bring the bar up to here, this gets the traps. Now you can choose when you want to bring that into your workout. You can either do it within your back workout or in your shoulder workout. Because we do a full body workout. What we do is we'll do our chest, we'll do our back, and then we'll do our shoulders. Now, we finish off our back by doing our traps, by doing that upright row, and then we go on to our shoulders. So what we're doing is we're keeping the blood within the areas. So if we do our chest, we do the opposite, we do our back. So the blood is up here in our chest, then the blood's in our back. Then we do our traps here. And then we do our shoulders. So the blood is always within the areas that we're working out, and I feel much better doing it that. And if you do a push movement and then a pull movement and then a push movement and then a pull movement, whilst you're doing your push movement and exhausting all your pushing muscles like your triceps, your chest and your shoulders, when you do your pulling movement, you're resting your pushing movement. It's all a bit scientific, but at the end of the day, it works. So like I say, if you're doing a chest workout, you exhaust your chest, you exhaust your triceps a little bit, and then when you do your back workout, your triceps are being rested. And then when you get onto your shoulders, where you're going to need your triceps again. They've been rested because you're doing your pulling movement, which essentially it actually uses your bicep muscle while you're doing a pulling movement. So if you're trying to pump your back up, trying to work your back, when you're pulling it, you also bring your biceps into play as well. And when you're doing your shoulders or your chest and you're pushing, you bring your triceps into play. So it's all good to do the opposite. So you do your push, you pull, you push, you pull, like that, and then we finish it off. Well, like you saw last week, we'll do our triceps and then we'll do our biceps. Depending on what order. If we've just finished our shoulders, then we'll do biceps first before triceps. If we're finishing off on our back, we'll do triceps then biceps, either or, So yeah, that's the way we do it. But when we're on that machine and you squeeze your back, you squeeze your back like that when you get to the end of that movement. It really burns the back, but it really does get deep into your back, doesn't it? Especially when you squeeze it and hold it in that position and then slowly let down to get the full stretch. You keep yourself firm up against there. It's important, it's really important to get the movement exactly right and feel the muscle that you're using. It's easy, and it really is easy, guys, to do it wrong. Anybody can just grab a weight and pull it and push it and pull it and push it and pull it and push it. It's dead simple. Anybody can do that. But when it becomes hard is when you actually feel the muscle that you want to use. So if you're training the back, work the back. Get your mind into the back. If you're training your biceps, work your biceps. Get your mind into the biceps. So with tricep, every single muscle that you use. And I tell you, a good way to learn how to get mind into muscle is posing. Now, if you're not into posing and you that's not your game, you just want to get into shape, and it's really good to do posing. Get to the mirror and squeeze your chest, pump your chest up, squeeze it, and really feel your chest. Feel your shoulders, do a shoulder pose, you know, do a back pose, you know, get a double bicep pose, get your triceps, pose them, you know, look in the mirror, have a good look at yourself, you know, and really squeeze the blood into the muscle and feel it, and you know, and change it to your biceps, to your triceps, and really get into it. When you do that, you learn how to pump each muscle. When you're posing, you learn how to get the blood into your biceps, you learn how to get the blood into your chest and into your back, you know, you learn each position, and then that translates into your training, into your workout. When you're doing your workout and you're doing a chest workout, you can position your chest in a certain way. You get that chest in where it should be, you know, just get your back into position and really squeeze the chest like that, you know, and the blood will go into that chest and your muscle will work far more efficiently. Anybody can go like that, like I've said, we can all do that, but then your triceps are going to go, you know, or your shoulders are going to come into play too much. Isolate your chest, get the chest working, that's what you want, because that's what you're working. Wait till you get to your shoulder workout before you start using your shoulders, where you know, obviously you're going to use your shoulders and you're going to use your triceps, because you can't help that. No. But what you can do is isolate each muscle for each job that you're doing, you know, and you'll get much better gains by doing that, you know, and that's the bit that you learn. You don't just walk into the gym and it comes to you automatically. It doesn't. You have to learn that. It comes with experience. You know, Thomas is learning it at the moment.
I'm still learning, yeah.
Yeah, I'm teaching Thomas each and every movement. You know, there's some things that he's not quite used to yet, but you know, we all start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, but he's learning and he's working, and now I can see him when he's doing certain exercises. I can see his chest working, you know, and I can see his arms working. And I know when he's not doing it properly, because I can see that it's you know, he's done like he's doing a bicep curl. I know when he's doing it right, you know, and I tell him, stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze, and this is how I talk to him through each and every rep, you know. And when I do that, automatically then his mind is in the muscle, and it's so important if you're doing bodybuilding to get your mind in the muscle. If you're weightlifting, it's not so important. You can lift it any way possible. I've said that. If you go to one of our videos, the difference between weightlifting, just there, we'll put it up. The difference between weightlifting and bodybuilding, you know, we did say the same sort of thing. If you're weightlifting, you know, push it up and use all your muscles. If you're bodybuilding, use your chest. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
So yes, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. I really hope the information was good for you. This is how we're going at the moment. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, our next part 3 video will be all about shoulders, what we do for our shoulder workout, and then we'll go more into details about the different variations, you know, because we're only doing a small part at the moment. There's so many more different exercises for each and every muscle. There's so much that we're not doing now, which we will bring into play later on. Remember, Thomas is only just learning.
Yeah.
There's, you know, it'll probably be next year before we start really working on different muscles, different parts of the muscle, different angles. You know, all that's to come. That's the good fun about it.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you again, guys. Please, if you could like, subscribe and share, please share. You know, that would really help us out immensely. You know, and if you enjoyed this, you know, leave us a comment. Please leave us a comment. If there's anything that you want to advise us on, or if there's anything that you need advice on, you know, anything, just leave us a comment and we'll get back to you, you know, in due course. So thank you again, everybody, and we'll see you on next video, which is
Sunday weigh-in.
Sunday weigh-in, yeah, and yeah, have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.